Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to Lazy Acres, which this plot of land will henceforth be referred to as. This is my recently acquired 25-acre mountain paradise, littered with broken cars, broken heavy machinery, and a broken heart every time I have to leave it and head back to work in the city. The seller insisted that this property has no well and no septic, but it was advertised as having electricity. And since I want to have the wife and pups up here, they're going to want utilities, so that's what we're here to investigate. We're 0 for 1, boys. If a tree falls and takes out all of your goddamn utility poles and nobody's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound. Better question, if you leave that dead tree there for 3 years and never call the utility company and now I get to deal with it, does it piss me off? The old husky made short work of the tree, but the rest of the news isn't good. I called PP&L, Professional Procrastinators and Losers, 2 months ago, and they haven't done shit. Every follow-up call I make is met with, "We're working on it, man." I think part of the lack of urgency comes from the fact that there's no meter here. Rather than just have it fixed, the seller discontinued service. So now I can't set up an account with them and become a valued paying customer until I get a new meter installed. But the poles and the wires need to be fixed in order to become that valued customer, which they aren't motivated to do until I'm a valued paying customer. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about here? I don't. All of this is besides the fact that this rotten old pole won't pass the inspection I need for them to place the meter, and I'm at a first grade level when it comes to installing utility poles. I know how to ground them properly, but that's about it. Not much budget to pay a pro, so a guy's going to be studying the code book. Wish me luck. The next priority is water. We've got plenty of that. Moist. The seller insisted there was no well on the property. But, correct me if I'm wrong here, right here on the left is a full bath. And this is a well pump, so you tell me. He lived here as a kid, so he must know there's a well, right? I mean, why would he... Never mind, let's answer our own question. This 30-year-old plat map clearly shows a septic field down over yonder and a well somewhere on the other side. Should be uphill. So I'm guessing the well's going to be up here somewhere by the bulldozer. It would help if I knew what it looked like. Never had a well before, but I'm just assuming it's a metal cap or a pipe sticking out of the ground. And I left my good metal detector at home. Need a calculator and a radio. If you know, you know. I did find this coming out from under the closet where the well pump is. So, worst case scenario, I start digging. In the meantime, look at this thing. 2,000 watt power station. No fossil fuels needed, and hardly any Congolese child slave laborers had to die in a meaningless death in an open air cobalt mine to make these batteries. Gavin Newsom would be proud. I'm mostly just trying not to fumigate myself with Genevieve while I fire up the well pump to see what happens. Does clean water come out? Does something resembling water come out? Does the pump burst into flames? Stick around, kids, because I have no fucking clue. I'm going to snip the wire to the fuse panel and install one of these Dollar General pokey bits on the end. Cast iron is not what it's cracked up to be. Hopefully that's just damage from being dropped. Never messed with well pumps before, but at least it's not locked up. Optimism. This cow only gives low-fat milk, so... Bloop. Can anyone tell me what this third prong here is for? This is some Star Trek away mission shit right here. Dilithium intermix chamber stabilized. Deflector dish fully charged. Engage. She's hollering at me. Hope I didn't break it. Starfleet's gonna be pissed. Now, I'm told I need to get the pressure tank off and prime the sucker with water. The drain plug is tight, and who knows how many freezing Pennsylvania winters this has been sitting here, so let's hope it's dry inside. Galvanized. I'm prepared. Plan A, and then if that doesn't work, got plan B, and if that doesn't work, plan C. If you'll notice, I don't have a fire extinguisher. That's because this trailer is going to cost thousands to demolish and haul away, but the fine for an unpermitted burn in this township is only $250, and only if I get caught. If this place goes up, I'm grabbing the Nexus and cheesing it out of here and saving myself thousands. As much as I love crushing pipe, this is proving counterproductive. Just gonna disconnect all the plumbing and then adapt a garden hose up to the outlet. Was it metric or standard? Ah, well, guess it doesn't matter now. I have a feeling this water is going to be rich in vitamins and minerals. Mostly minerals. It's important to put down newspaper when using this purple PVC primer. It does not come out of anything. I found the black flame candle. If lit by a virgin. How does it know? Habeo pars in bracas et omnis invitari. Anyone there? No? What was that? It's not working. Must be because of those 2 times I did the dishes without being asked. I think that's the line that goes to the pressure switch. Probably should have hooked that up. Oh well, deck chairs on the Titanic. Fingers crossed. I told you this wouldn't work, you idiots. I should probably shut this off before it causes water damage to my trailer. Yeah. I don't feel anything. Something about the definition of insanity. The pump is leaking out before the line to the well primes, because the pump is lower than the line. Gravity's a bitch. Anyway, we're gonna have to prop up this pump. Found some medical encyclopedias in the back room. I know this is gonna leak from the crack still. I'm not as stupid as you think I am. But water follows the path of least resistance, and my hope is that the pump creates enough flow and the cracks have enough resistance that I can at least start sucking some water out of the well into the hose. Uh-oh, red alert. Shields up. I think that sudden current spike means it started sucking water. Maybe I am as stupid as you think I am. Alright, one more attempt. Ah, fuck it, I'm giving up. Ugh. The only thing that sucks here is this candle. It does nothing for the smell.
3 weeks later.
I'm back, baby. I bought the best, highest quality brand name pump for sale on Amazon. No, I didn't. That's awkward. What's the odds of me getting this steel fitting out of the cast iron housing without cracking anything? I'm not smart, but I am resourceful. Can't take that away from me. Alright, let's see how you like my size 10.5s. Hey, guy in the comment section from 6 months ago. Who's a retard now? I never get this tape right. My trick is to make sure I start the tape in the direction that I know is wrong, because by the time you wrap it around, somehow it's right. Hey, do you know well pumps have dedicated plugs for priming? You don't know what you don't know what you don't know. Excuse me? All right, Carol, give me one more. You can do it. Well, somebody didn't use enough tape, or torque, or both. Neither. I only brought a gallon from home, but it's all right. I tested this creek water with one of those at-home test kits, and it's actually cleaner than my tap water at home. Delicious, too. I think it's spring-fed. Does this look like one of those pipes that goes to the inlet on the pump? It would explain why it's taking so long to prime. I'm going to be doing this all day. And that's definitely my well pipe. That would be why it's taking so long to prime.
12 gallons of creek water later.
The internet says 1 to 2 gallons. So where is it all going? Wherever that well is, it must have some sort of check valve that's leaking. Do wells have check valves? Hey Siri, remind me to Google well check valves.
To do that, you'll need to be online.
Why? Bupkis. I think I'm actually just filling my well with straight up creek water. I drank some. It was tasty. And no squirts yet. But I think we're done. Speaking of wells, I followed that line across the creek. I found this death trap. It's deeper than I am tall, and looky here. An inconspicuous metal pipe with a hose coming out of it. There's a wire running in here too, but I think it's way too light gauge to run a pump. I gotta head out soon, so we're just gonna check the septic, which the seller says there isn't any, but you never trust a metal folding chair in the middle of a field. I found one here and picked it up and found this opening that goes to the basement. And someone made an awful mess down there. When I got here, it was only 2 8-ish inch holes. So I dug out the dirt in between the 2 holes and it just caved in. So I dug around it and the dirt just kept caving in. Living long enough to see my boys grow up seemed preferable to drowning in liquid shit. So I wisely decided not to dig anymore. It must be a steel tank. Is the whole thing rusted or just the top? I don't know, and I'm not super interested in finding out the hard way. I'm going to go to the creek with a bucket, since my well is kajiggered. So do me a favor, stick your head in there, and let me know if you hear anything while I pour water in the toilet. Yikes. Can't unsee that. That's 100 foot tall. It's barely anchored in the bank, and it's resting on a bunch of branches that are thinner than my girly little wrists. With any luck, a winter storm will come and take that down, and take care of the mobile home too while it's at it. If not, I got a pretty kick-ass plan on what to do about it. Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining? Ugh. Always buy liability insurance, people. Nah, just kidding. This is safe. Unfortunately, I have to leave for home about 20 minutes ago. Being a family man only allows me day trips. Happy wife, happy something something, but you bet your ass I'll be back, and with lights, a camera, and some string to check out that well. I love a good mystery, and that's why I so dearly love this place. So stay tuned if you give a shit, and if you don't, thanks for watching anyway.